Heart attacks are a major cause of death throughout the world, yet not all heart attacks feel the same, especially if you're a woman. In Australia, someone suffers a heart attack every 10 minutes. In the UK, every 5 minutes. And in the USA, every 40 seconds. Now, this is something crucial, recognizing the subtle signs of a heart attack. Today, I'm going to give you 5 subtle signs that you may be having a heart attack, and you should not ignore them. Now, we all know about the crushing chest pain that we see in what is known as the Hollywood heart attack. But a heart attack doesn't always present that way, and missing these less obvious symptoms can delay treatment, resulting in more heart damage or even death. A heart attack, or myocardial infarction, occurs when blood flow to the heart is blocked, usually by a blood clot. The longer the heart muscle is deprived of oxygen, the more of that muscle that becomes damaged. The primary goal in medical treatment is to open that blocked artery to restore the blood flow as soon as possible, ideally within the first 1 to 2 hours. That's why early recognition is paramount. Now, let's look at some of the less talked about symptoms. Number 1, unusual fatigue. Now, I'm not talking about being tired after a long day or after a bit of a workout. This is profound exhaustion that comes on suddenly, often without any clear trigger. Women are particularly likely to experience this. It can feel like your muscles have no strength. This is because the heart is becoming damaged and cannot supply enough oxygen-rich blood to the muscle. Don't ignore persistent, unexplained fatigue, especially if it's accompanied by any other signs or symptoms. Number 2 is shortness of breath. This might present as feeling winded, but after little or no exertion, or feeling like you can't get enough air even while you're at rest. This happens because the pumping power of the heart is reduced, causing oxygen levels to drop, which triggers faster breathing. It can happen with or without any chest discomfort at all. If you suddenly find yourself struggling to breathe, doing everyday tasks, it may be serious. Number 3, nausea and vomiting, or persistent or reoccurring indigestion, again, more common in women. People sometimes mistake heart attack symptoms for common stomach problems. Now, this is because the esophagus and the heart are close to each other inside the chest, and they have similar nerve pathways to the brain. So if you have risk factors for heart disease, or if you're a woman and experienced unexplained gastrointestinal distress, you may need to be wary and watch for other signs and symptoms as well. Number 4 is pain in other areas. Pain which may feel like a dull ache or pressure or heaviness isn't always confined to the chest during a heart attack. Heart attack pain can radiate to the arms, particularly the left, to the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, or the back. These areas and the heart share nerve pathways in the spinal cord, and the brain can sometimes be confused as to where the pain is coming from. Don't ignore any unexplained pain in those areas. It is also important to note this pain may or may not be accompanied with any discomfort in the chest at all. Number 5, cold sweat and lightheadedness. Cold sweats, known as diaphoresis or clammy, particularly when it's not associated with any physical effort or a fever, can also be a warning. Diaphoresis means abnormal sweating all over the body because of a secondary condition. In the case of a heart attack, it is a stress response to the heart's lack of oxygen. In some cases, particularly with women, it can be the primary indicator of a heart in trouble. Feeling lightheaded or dizziness that comes on suddenly could also be signs of a heart attack because the heart muscle is becoming damaged and cannot pump blood effectively, which can then cause a drop in blood pressure. Any sudden change like this should be taken seriously, especially if there are other signs and symptoms as well. So what can you do if you experience any of these symptoms, especially if you have more than one of them? Don't wait. Time is muscle, heart muscle. The longer the situation remains, the more of the heart muscle that is becoming damaged. Call emergency services immediately. Do not drive yourself or have a friend drive you, as paramedics can begin the treatment straight away. Prevention is also a key. Know your risk factors: family history, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, diabetes, obesity. They all increase your risk. Try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Eat balanced meals, exercise regularly, and manage stress. I hope you found this information helps you to recognize the subtle signs of a heart attack and take prompt action. Remember, early recognition and treatment can save lives. If you did find this video useful, feel free to drop a like down below and share it with family or friends or anybody else you might care about, so they too can watch out for these subtle signs. As always, thanks for your time, stay safe and care for each other.